Introduction to Philosophy with Mr. Caravlan. Okay, kids, let's talk about Hobbes. No, not that Hobbes, the beloved tiger from Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes, although he is named after a philosopher, Thomas Hobbes. Our objectives today, or whenever you do this, are to analyze the relationship of government to its citizenry and to follow the development of the social contract through the works of Hobbes, Locke, and eventually Rousseau. The foundations of popular government, as we know it today, started with the Greeks and Romans. Now, the popularity of democracy took a hiatus during the Dark and Middle Ages. The period of Western history, referred to as the Renaissance and the Age of Enlightenment, transformed Europe politically, economically, and socially. It was during this period that the theory of democracy got redefined. Philosophers such as Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau developed the idea of the social contract. Now in England, political turmoil centered on the issue of limiting the power of the king. The disagreement between the parliament and monarchy would escalate to civil war. Thomas Hobbes witnessed the trauma of the English Civil War, and this helped launch his political philosophy. He disagreed with the idea of divine rights of kings, but justified a ruler's absolute power by reasoning the existence of a social contract. What does the term social contract mean? What are some examples? Well, a contract is an agreement. Many agreements are unwritten or implied. Each participant has rights and responsibilities. Think about your family. Think about your school. Think about your job. If you think about our high school, you can identify rights of the teacher and the student, as well as responsibilities for both parties. So in answer to the question, does the social contract still exist today? Why, of course it does, in many various ways. The Leviathan by Hobbes is a major dissertation on political philosophy. In its entirety, it also includes ideas on epistemology, metaphysics, and ethics. The name Leviathan comes from the Bible. It is the description of an all-powerful sea monster. You're going to read excerpts and summarize the main arguments for Hobbes' theory of the social contract. You'll take the quiz online twice, making sure by the second time that you can correctly identify the principles that correspond with the excerpts from Leviathan. In summary, in the Leviathan, Hobbes states that humans in their original state of nature were unhappy and miserable, and that we entered into a social contract to surrender our freedom to a ruler and grant the ruler absolute power, so that he or she may be able to maintain law and order. Since the ruler is not party to the contract, the people have no right to complain about the ruler's policies. While Hobbes did not believe in the divine right of kings, he did support royal absolutism. Now, this may seem antithetical to our American system of values, but try and think about what we believe that's similar to Hobbes. And this will help us as we move on to Locke and Rousseau.